I struggle with prose. It's been a while since we did them. We did them at the beginning of the year, and I'm struggling with them. I mean, finding devices is probably my biggest obstacle. But I feel as if, like, when I find the examples, I am able to find ones that mesh well together, and I can quickly write an essay. And I have to work on developing everything more and analyzing strategies strong in a more stronger sense, I guess. The essential question for prose is, what is annotation? How can it aid in reading? Annotation is underlining and highlighting and pointing out things that you see as you read along. And annotation can help if you're trying to find devices the author uses, and it makes it easier for you. It kind of like gives you it's sort of like an outline for you as you write your essay. Um, I'm not a big fan of annotation, but using it helps me with my essays in the sense of structure. 7. I've never gotten above a 7 in an argument essay, and it's pretty irritating. 7's a good score, but it's not good enough for me. Um, it's April, and I should be able to write an 8 or a 9 by now, but I can't. You say I write the way I speak, and I need to develop more, but I'm trying to do those things. I'm trying to improve myself. But it's hard to do because every new prompt is different, and you're not going to write the same thing over and over again. So figuring that out is a process in itself. The essential question for argument is, how can reading give you ideas for writing? You said that if you read newspapers and like watch the news, I guess, that you have more information for you to utilize and come up with examples for argument. Reading more and catching more current events can only aid you when you're writing, and that's something I've been able to use, and I try to keep up with things that most people would know, and I feel that only adds to my writing and makes it stronger. Yay, more thorough DBQs. Um, that's what synthesis is for me. I've gotten 7s on it pretty consistently, and I'm okay with that. I'd like to write more, but finding true synthesis rather than logical connections is kind of difficult for me. I can't see things in polarizing sources that others would see, and I feel like finding that would be the main thing that would enhance my writing and elevate my score to where I want it to be. The essential question for synthesis is, how are visual images forms of text? I think that images are stronger than words are. There are more layers in images than there are in words. I mean, you can interpret both freely, but images gives you the more of the visualization that words might not be able to. There can be hidden things in pictures, or people can interpret them differently, and that that can only make your writing much stronger. Is 48
Hello,
people
Mrs.
bad?
Brown. This is Caroline Dela
I
Cruz
would give them
talking.
that
I'm
one for
voicing over
personal
Adrian
perspective, but
because he's making
I
a
do that
snide
by
remark about Sarah's objectives at the
about
moment.
Sarah. That's for
So
damn sure.
here
But
we go. Let's continue.
objective's not bad. I've always been fine with multiple choice. Like, I've been terrible. I haven't been amazing. I've been consistent and fine with them. Um, as we've gone through the course, objective kind of help. Like, I guess, like, finding things in objective that you would look for in objective can help in other areas of your writing, and you can helps it more easily to analyze different strategies and rhetorical devices. Close reading is going really in depth with the passage. It's also about noticing features and language and strategies that the author uses to convey their message. It helps when you're trying to write your essay and trying to like analyze the prompt, which then tells you what you need to write. So it helps you with that. Um, it makes it easier for the writer to understand what they need to say, and it gives more of an understanding of what's really going on and what they're asking you to do. The essential question is, how do the expectations of the AP Lang and Comp exam coincide with personal goals? Over the year, I've been more confident in myself, mainly in my writing. Um, my college essay, which you said you loved, which which was a huge accomplishment for me, um, it showed me that I can write and that my writing is good enough, like for colleges and whatnot. And if you say it's good, then it must be good. Um, my friends were impressed by the main scholarship essay that we had to write, and they were like, "Oh," in the first paragraph, like, "Oh, why can't I write this?" And like, just gave me a huge ego boost, if I may say. Um, I've been able, like, through the class and the different writings, so I have to develop more and look more in depth at things and analyze things more closely. And I feel like it just makes me a better student, and that can only help me in the future wherever I may go.
This has been Adrian Antonio's AP Learning Project, brought to you and edited by Caroline.